When we think about mints, we think about the production of coins. But in the 18th and 19th centuries, however, equally important work was being carried out by the mint, and that was the production of Indian piece metals. An Indian piece metal is a metal struck to commemorate the feeling of peace between settlers and the indigenous tribes of the American West. Oftentimes, these metals symbolize the signing of actual treaties. In general, the metals had two specific functions to perform on the frontier. The first was to spread influence of the mother country in the wilderness and to help bring the unruly tribes under control of the colonial authority. The other primary function was to serve as a settling influence within the tribal organization itself. Possession of an Indian piece metal served to put the stamp of colonial authority on the local leadership. The first known use of a metal from the national government came as a result of the Treaty of Hopewell, which was signed in November of 1785. In 1789, a new government came into existence. The administration of George Washington distributed medals of silver. They had a distinctive oval shape and were very large. In the late fall of 1796, the government took the first steps towards striking medals. The famous Seasons medals were the result. These were struck in England. The government had specified that these English-struck medals were to bear a legend on the reverse, indicating that they were of George Washington's second presidency. The Seasons medals lasted through Adams' term and well into that of Thomas Jefferson, who took office in March of 1801. The Jefferson Indian piece metal dies were engraved in 1801 in three sizes. There was a 2-inch, a 3-inch, and a 4-inch design. The first major use of the Jefferson medals was in connection with the Lewis and Clark expedition of 1803 through 1806. All of the original Indian piece metals were struck in the mint after 1800, with the exceptions of those for the administrations of Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, and James Buchanan. James Polk, 1845. Tremendous relief on the inside of the devices. This again has the no cuff, and also the fingers pointing different directions as well. On one side, you have the finger pointing to friend, F, and here you have the finger pointing to R, which is a second reverse. And this is the Millard Fillmore, the date of 1850. The signature, and a whole board for suspension. And a new design, which was changed in 1846. Those readers interested in a far more detailed account of Indian piece metals, especially their usage on the frontier, should read Indian Piece Metals in American History by Francis Paul Prutka. There are also detailed sections in this work dealing with the original production of each president's medals. What I find is so fascinating about these Indian piece metals is that they really tell the story of not only the Americans attempting to come to terms with the Indian tribes on the American frontier, but it also symbolizes how much these medals meant to these chiefs that were awarded them if they went along and agreed to a treaty of peace. An Indian piece medal was much more than just an object to be worn around their neck. No, the Indian chiefs who wore them looked at these medals as a symbol of their sacred honor.